Hello.
The Inquisitor?
Yes.
Oh, Mayor Dedrick of Crestwood Village. At your service, despite everything. Are you here to stop the undead?
Wait, is this the Viscount from Kirkwall's VA? I think it is. I was like listening to the Viscount talk the other day, and like he kept talking and I kept going, I know I've heard you in a different Dragon Age game and I don't know which one or who, and I feel like it's you. Okay.
The undead are appearing because of a rift in the Fade. How can I get to it?
The light in the lake? It's coming from the caves below Old Crestwood. Darkspawn flooded it 10 years ago during the Blight. Wiped out the village, killing the refugees we took in.
What about draining it?
I saw a dam. If we use it to drain the lake, I can get to that Fade rift.
Drain the... There must be some other way.
We are trying to help. The Inquisitor is the only one who can close the rifts.
You'd have to evict the bandits in the old fort to use the dam. I can't ask you to risk your life.
You're not. I'll be fine.
Trust me, I've fought worse than bandits and the undead.
Then I have no choice.
You don't.
This key unlocks the gate to the dam controls past the fort. The rift must be in the caves under Old Crestwood. But, Inquisitor, I would not linger there.
Is there a reason you don't want me to linger there? Like, this is very suspicious. Tell me Crestwood's history.
Tell me about your village.
It's seen happier days. We farm what we can, trade with the merchants who travel the King's Road. We only want peace, your worship. It's all we've ever wanted.
I don't blame you. That's not a bad thing to want. Who are the bandits?
What can you tell me about the bandits camped in the fort?
The highwaymen? Thugs and thieves. They make a living raiding caravans on the King's Road. When the dead rose from the lake, the bandits killed the old gamekeeper and the fort and took it for themselves. We could have saved people if we'd been able to hide there instead of in our homes.
And this place survived the Blight?
I'm surprised a town as small as Crestwood outlasted the Blight.
It was a close thing. The Darkspawn followed a band of refugees running from the Blight. Some of the refugees were... they were very ill. But we took them in. They perished when the Darkspawn flooded Old Crestwood.
I like it how, like, he had to say, but we took them in. They had the Blight, but we took them in. And it's like his justification for everything. Like, yes, it wasn't good, but we did. We took them in. Don't you worry kind of thing. And like, if you keep repeating it to yourself enough times, then maybe what actually happened didn't happen is kind of how this feels. How did that happen, though?
How did Darkspawn manage that?
They found the dam's controls, wrecked them. All I remember is the refugees and villagers screaming as they drowned. And now, they return to us.
I should go.
Until later.
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Sister Vaughn again to see if that works. So the Enderfells are a land of shocking extremes. It's the most desolate place in all the world, for 2 blights have left great expanses of the steep so completely devoid of life that corpses cannot even decay there. No insect or grub will ever reach them. It's a land filled with wonders like the Meridane, with its gigantic white statues of Our Lady carved into its face, her hands outstretched and bearing an eternal flame, or Weisshaupt Fortress with its walls of living rock towering over the desolate plains below. The Anders, too, are a people of extremes, the most devout priests and the most deadly soldiers, the poorest nation in the world, and the most feared. I believe DATV has, like, we're going to, I believe the Enderfells is where we're one of the places that we're visiting. So that'll be really interesting because as this codex entry just said, they are some of the most devout followers of Andraste. Which will be very interesting to see given that we're also going to the land of the Black Divine. So like they're 2 separate places obviously, but I'm very interested to see if we get any play on just how vastly different the two are, like the White Divine versus the Black Divine, and how Tevinter views it versus the Anderfels. Like I'm very much hoping we get to see some of that.
And be forgiven.
Can I talk to you again?
Your worship.
Okay, so
Until later.
it is just.
Farewell.
Is it just? Oh, Crestwood. Oh. Okay. Yes, so that is that. I didn't realize we got the quest. There was actually no reason for me to. But in the meantime, it's time for Genevieve to get a fortress. Because, listen, what Jen needs outside of Skyhold is another big castle fortress thing. You can't have enough. Not in this world. I would say that that she can't have enough of any of this. I think there's one small side quest over here that I am skipping where like the dude's like locked himself in his house or something like that. Isn't there a doodad here? Or am I misremembering? I think you're misremembering, girl. The ooh, that looks cool. I kind of wish that you'd actually seen like somebody working there, like the smithy, because that would have been cool. This. Thank you. Ooh.
I tell you, I saw him.
The necklace his mother gave him is around his. Oh man, like these are definitely like very dark moments. And like if you go over there, there's a person I believe hanging in that barn, or yeah, I don't think they're hanging from in here. But you can tell Crestwood's been through it, and there was nobody coming to save him. And like the fact that Jen was so casual about, I'm survived that a small place like this survived the blight. Like the blight was so bad that places like Crestwood should never have survived. So the fact that even a few people did is because of what the mayor had to do. And whether or not it was the right or wrong thing, I think is up to the person. I don't think that there's a right or a wrong on that one. Just given that, as is pointed out, they never should have survived. Crestwood should not be here. Which is very sad to think about. Like how many places. Oh, is that the runes? Like with the red lyrium? How many people just didn't make it? Anything good here? Ooh, loot. I'll take this. And then there's a note, I think. Yes. I could travel around Crestwood. One person might sneak past the roaming dead with the aid of a little magic. I hear Redcliffe is taking in mages. If I get there, I'll be safe. I can't do it. These people have no one to help them. They've probably never seen undead before. Maybe they won't trust a mage, but what use was I penned in the circle? Maybe here I can do some good. I'll introduce myself to the villagers tomorrow. I hope they don't turn me away. So sad. Somebody was actually trying to do the right thing. Come and help these people, and then it just didn't make it. By the way, if you're somebody that is into taking screenshots and stuff like that, and you're going to use like the free camera tools on PC, this spot is fantastic for a variety of reasons. But if you pull back on the free cam tool, you'll get like a really nice like wide view, and the moon is really pretty here and stuff like that. I find it to be prettier here now when it's raining than otherwise, but if that's your thing, just to let you know, that was one of my favorite spots back in the day. I actually took a lot of screenshots in Crestwood. I think I still have, like, I have an external drive with like so many of my screenshots from like this game. I had like, don't ask how many like gigabytes worth of just like random screenshots from DAI. Like I just sit here for hours with the free cam tools. I think one playthrough took an exorbitant amount of time because I just found it all so pretty. And there's like, this statue up here, if you took like the free cam tools and like, whoops, sorry, Jen, and you kind of aimed it towards the moon and stuff like that, just as environmental, it was super pretty. So this whole area is a treasure trove for that.
The walls look sturdy. Taking it wouldn't be easy.
I mean, I'm just gonna do this. And then I've got it. Nothing, I just knocked violently. Sad splinters. Oh no, not the puppies. Okay. We got this. Oh no. You. Thank you. Whew. Okay, we got that done. Now this. No, you be careful. Why do I have to be careful? Cassandra, what are you doing? Archer, how did you get down there so fast? Did you see that? Ow. So fast. So speedy. I'm going to take their loot, though. Because, you know, I don't have enough stuff. I have plenty of stuff. Oh, no. I don't need any more. Girl, you are not a frontliner, and you're going up the stairs first. I'm going to let them have that. What's over here? Anything? Oh, you! Hi, hi! Oh, no. Oh! Goodness gracious, that was all of them coming up from behind. And I thought it was a baddie coming up my butt from behind kind of thing. But it wasn't. We're okay. Okay. You... Oh, no. Okay. I gotta remember, I keep forgetting to do the poison, too, which would be helpful in these situations.
Reinforcements.
Girl, what reinforcements? They don't have the... Oh, wait. No, they do. That. They have that. Oh, they got one invisible. Can you... No. Okay. Good. Done. Dead. Love that. Wait, who? Done? Okay. Perfect. Look at that. This keep will be ours before it's over. Oh, we could go to the secret area too this time. I never go up there because, like, I'm not really a big fan of the interaction with the other people. I think it's like up there and around or something like that. But because I feel like the people kind of give you, maybe they don't give you attitude. I feel like there was some sass involved, which I normally love, but I feel like given the context of the game and who the Inquisitor is, you normally wouldn't get sass there, and then you did, and I always thought that that was interesting. I think it's like up here or something like that later. But once people move in, we'll be fine. Hello? You. Okay. Now, I think one of the things I try to do during this fight is when our Avar friend, hear him? Everybody comes running. It is the Inquisitor. I do this because, like, it just makes things easier. Because it's not that he's difficult to fight. It's just I never use the mark. I don't use it enough. And I figure these are, like, good moments to do that.
That's all of them. The Inquisition's done Crestwood a favor.
We have.
This fort would do nicely as payment.
Oh, that's how you see this fort. I agree. It would do nicely as payment. Thank you, Vivian. All right, let's put up a flag. The Inquisition has moved in. It looks lovely. The random wolf howl there always gets me. It always gets me for some reason. I think it's hilarious. Cause you're like looking at the moon, so like in my brain I go, werewolf? No, there is no werewolf, but my brain wants there to be. Maybe one day. Girl, how you doing in the rain? You doing okay? Is it Charter that talks to us next?
Congratulations, Inquisitor. A splendid acquisition.
Thanks, Vivian.
By Ferelden standards, of course.
Can't
We should drain the lake.
just give me a compliment?
The dam controls were through the fort.
Vivian, can't you just give me a compliment? Please, for once. I did a good job. Okay.
Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Worship.
Hello. Welcome to my fortress. So, it's over here. Oh, what is this? Ah, Varric. There was something about an angry gaze. Lovely book. We'd love to read it. Chapter 4. Okay, let's go up here. Oh, there's a thing to loot down there. Okay, this. Now, are they sassy? Have I been avoiding this? Because, like, I also think it's weird that something is locked.
He blinks when he has a sweet.
Hi. What's up?
Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Ah, piss.
What?
We're, just catching up with each other after an assignment.
Just don't lock the door.
That part's fine. Just don't lock me out of my own keep.
So maybe they're not
No,
sassy.
Inquisitor. It won't happen again. I swear it.
I forget
Nose
then.
a little brown, Reeve.
Quiet, you.
Wow. I wonder where
Now
then I
that
got
is
the
a hand.
sassy from.
Indeed.
Dearest sister, it's been an age since I've written, but I simply had to thank you. Your advice was perfect. Just a few gossips bought with gold, and everyone in Minrathous thought Quinaris and I were the most dreadful rivals. It let us indulge our little love affair without his wretched family interfering, if only for a little while. He sadly turned out to be less ideal. I got him carrying on behind my back with a Saporati of all things. Can you imagine? There was nothing for it. During the quarrel, I threw boiling water in his face. Oh my god, he's cowering in his mansion now, pretending he was hurt in a duel. Oh. Don't worry, dear sister, I took precautions. Okay.
There's always tomorrow, Scriber.
He blinks when he has a sweet.
Good news is that she didn't take it. She threw hot water. That's something. And now he's sulking because he was cheating on her. She got her revenge. So, I need to go talk to Charter because there is a quest that, well, I don't need to take this side quest because it's just a, I don't want to say it's like a nothing side quest, but it's kind of sort of a little bit like you find the dead person kind of quest. But the main reason I'm taking it is because we're literally going to walk by the body. And if I don't have the quest, I always feel weird, if that makes sense.
Welcome, Inquisitor.
Hi.
My name is Charter. Leleana's eyes and ears, especially in this place.
You,
I'll have some
this is
information for you
the,
once my man Butcher finds us. He's running late.
oh my goodness, this hairstyle I was debating on for Jen. So I put the elf and the human version in when I didn't know if Jen was going to be an elf or a human, to be honest. So yeah, so this was originally one of the hair options for Jen.
When's the
If you were
spy named
curious.
Butcher supposed to arrive? Half hour ago, by the south gate. I hope he's only delayed.
Same.
Butcher's last message swore he had secrets for us worth 10 times his weight in gold.
Okay. I will talk to you soon then.
I should be going. Another...
Okay, so that is what we needed. I forget what's down here. Anything isn't there. Mosaic piece. Perfect. And then I think we gotta go this way. Wait. No, that's not who I thought it was. Sell. Can I just sell? I gotta wait a second. There we go. Sell all. Perfect. Just to kind of like lower that, and we're never gonna use that. Probably not that. Probably not that. This. Yeah, definitely not this. Okay. A little bit of space. Nothing too crazy. Like, I don't want to sit here and like
The mayor said the down controls were through this gate.
inventory manage or anything. But I do want to keep an eye for the rest of it. Or like, I just wanted to keep an eye on the inventory level is really what I meant to say, but Jen had distracted me from my own thoughts. Girl, it's okay. I forgive you. But we gotta do this. And then take the iron. Oh, there's a Hoojikadoodad over here. Here. Yes, Hoojikadoodad. And if you know what I'm talking about, bravo. No? Yes, maybe? Or am I at the wrong side part? I thought there was a, like, put the banner down area here. Is there not? Dun, 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 dun. Did I actually just level? I think so. What is down here? Hold on. I haven't, like, just run around Crestwood in a very long time. Because, you know, things to do. And this is supposed to be more of a, like, take your time playthrough, not a, you know, everybody gotta do everything fast, 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 like, when it's immersive. Just because, like, given the state of Thetis right now, given the state of the mark on your hand, given the state of pretty much everything, it never feels like a good idea to wait on the events of, like, getting things going, if that makes sense. Like, it always feels more beneficial to just be like, we gotta go. Gotta get it all done. And that is what makes sense in my brain. So if you're curious as to why there's stuff that we miss when I do immersive Let's Plays, it's because of that. It's because, like, these things don't necessarily matter quite as much as the end goal, which is to close the breach in the sky. Which also includes closing the rifts. So I don't know if, like, generally speaking, you'd say that, like, running around Crestwood in the rain and risking getting ill is a good idea when there's a big old fade rift in the middle of the lake that you need to, like, close ASAP. But I gotta bring Bull here eventually. We'll probably grab him maybe after the whole hawk thing and everything. And like do the dragon like at the very end of Crestwood, because we do need to bring Bull to that, because you can't, I know you need it for his romance. I forget if you need it for everything else though. Do you need it for everything else, or is it literally just the romance now? Oh, now I forget. Now I'm curious if I can get his, the rest of it. But you need, like, approval, and that's, like, to get his, like, mission and everything. And this is, like, one of the easiest ways to also get approval is killing a dragon with him. So at some point, we need to kill a dragon. This dragon is arguably the easiest dragon. I personally find it to be the easiest.
That building on the dam must be where we can open the floodgates.
Which is interesting, or has always been interesting to me. Because this dragon is technically the second dragon you can come across. But you never see the Hinterlands dragon, like, in the Hinterlands, you know? Like, you kind of have to go search them out. And then when Varric gives you, I think it's like the Lyrium Vein quest. That's when you can, like, if you're trying to do it all, that's when you can kind of stumble upon it. But I digress. We're not really worried about that at this point. So we'll do the one dragon that's easy to do and then move on. Hi!
What in?
Don't mind us, just passing by.
The Inquisitor?
Yes.
We didn't know you were here, sir. Please don't tell anyone.
No. No. Why the secrecy?
Why would people care what you're up to?
Lonnie's mum and dad think I'm bad for her.
Are you?
They want me to marry the baker's boy in the next town.
Oh no.
They've never even met him.
I have. He's got the face of an ox. And the smarts.
Well, I wish you two the best of luck. And I hope that you find a way to convince your parents that you deserve to be together. Because you shouldn't have to marry somebody that you don't like. Kind of thing. Notice how nobody ever helps. Girl got biceps to move that all by herself. There we go. And it's fixed.
The mayor said Darkspawn destroyed these controls 10 years ago. Who repaired them?
Ask the mayor. He should know such trivialities.
Yeah, but the question is, why would he lie about that, Vivian? And we should speculate together as a family. Ale, 3 coppers. Cold ale, 10 coppers. Wine, 2 silver. Brandy and Teven, 6 silvers. Bread and cheese, 2 coppers. Turnip, mutton pies, 3. I mean, honestly, that seems fair. Fish, 3. Stew, 4. Plate of wife, really chicken, 5 coppers. Steak, real, 2 gold. Honestly? 2 coppers for bread and cheese sounds fair. I would pay that, and I would like some right now. Who wrote this? This is Brother Genevieve. All right, everybody buckled? Everybody in? Everybody get cozy. Do you need a drink? Do you need a quick break? All right, now let's read this. The First Blight, Chapter 1. Thedas is a land of fierce diversity, from the assassin princes of Antiva to the fated griffins of the Anderfels. But in my travels, I have found one tale that unites the people of this land. It's the story of pride and damnation, and although the telling differs, the essence of the tale remains the same. At the height of its power, the Tevinter Imperium stretched over much of Thedas, uniting the known world under the rule of the tyrannical Magisters. It is said that the old gods whom the Magisters worshipped gave them the knowledge of blood magic, and the Magisters used this forbidden power to cement their rule. The blood of elven slaves and humans alike ran down imperial altars to fuel Magister greed. The tale of their excess so horrifying that one can only be grateful that blood magic is prohibited today. But all that stands tall must eventually fall. Perhaps they foresaw their ruin, or perhaps their pride knew no bounds. But whatever the reason, the Magisters dared to open a magical portal into the Golden City at the heart of the Fade. They sought to usurp the Maker's throne, long left unattended in the Golden City, after the Maker turned his back on his creations. They would storm heaven itself with their power and become as gods. This is what the Chantry, in its oft-exercised tendency to understate, refers to as the second sin. According to most versions of the tale, The Magisters did indeed reach the Golden City and walked into the home of the Maker, where no living being before them had dared or been able to tread. But humanity is not meant to walk in heaven. The Magisters were wicked with pride and other sins, and their presence tainted the Golden City. What once was a perfect, holy citadel became a twisted home of darkness and nightmares. The Magisters were expelled back through their gateway and cursed for their treachery. As the Golden City had been tainted, so were the Magisters twisted and transformed into things of darkness. The very first of the Darkspawn. The Golden City, once a shining beacon at the heart of the Fade, became the Black City, a reminder of all that man's pride has cost. So here's the thing, though. If we, as mankind, and I use that generally, and not like human specifically, had never been to the Golden City, how did we know that it was in fact a Golden City? Maybe it was always empty and black and not the shining beacon at the heart of the Fade. Maybe it never actually existed in the way that the stories portrayed it, which is interesting because stories like these are meant to explain in part what has happened, right? Like, so either through the actual events that happened or through telling a tale. And you can see here that it's almost like a mismatch of things, and you can take it however you want. You can take this as the literal truth that it was once golden and now is a black city, and the Magisters ruined it, blah, blah, blah. Or you could take it as it was never the Golden City. And this is the way that they're coping, is by blaming the Magisters. And maybe it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. And maybe the Magisters weren't bad people. Maybe the Chantry had to tell the story this way because the truth of it is too painful. And I think that that's the interesting thing about folktales, and especially in games where the lore is set, but at the same time the lore is up to the interpretation in part of the person playing it. So while we do have these codex entries and stuff like that, they are written by other people. They're written by people that have worldviews and perspectives and stuff like that. So this is all from the Chantry's perspective with brother Genevieve. It's not from a historian necessarily, like somebody that's a little bit more neutral. This is always going to be from the eyes of the Chantry, and the Chantry can't perceive anything other than this because otherwise it would go against their dogma. I find that to be very interesting, and I like the way a lot of the lore is told. I hear you! Look at you. Look at you!
A dragon.
Yes.
Let's be sure she leaves us in one piece.
She will. Don't worry. She's so pretty.